Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly update, where we help you catch up with everything that had happened in the GameFi industry in just 10 minutes. I'm your host Alex from GameFi Army, and this week's weekly update will cover some notable news in the last week of July. So sit up and let's review what this week got to offer. Starting off this week, we deliver to you a report indicates the massive potential for growth within the next 6 years that the GameFi industry holds. A recent report from the Absolute Reports projects massive growth for the GameFi industry in the next 6 years. The research has to play to a non-fungible token game industry with an estimated value of 2.8 billion within the next time span from 2022 to 2038. Moreover, the compound annual growth rate of the industry is 20.4% in the same 6-year period. The forecast comes in the midst of a raging crypto bear market, which leaves little room for projects and industries with no substance. The report highlights the leaders in this field of play-to-earn game development, which is Mavis, Dapper Labs, Decentraland, Immutable, and the Sandbox. Furthermore, it breaks down the GameFi by type, console, and market region. Though it's not only the report which points to a favorable future for the Web3 gaming industry, our research from Cointelegraph also highlights interest from venture capitalist investors during the down season. For example, analytical brands recently acquired 3 companies within the GameFi space. Another analysis shows an uptick in users of blockchain-based games despite market conditions. Both Wax and Binance Smart Chain saw steady community numbers with 2.94 million and 2.49 million users. During market downturns, projects that remain carry with them a level of parent utility. Blockchain-based games are a simple, accessible, and engaging way for this to be seen. It is for this reason that gaming has always acted as a gateway for new users to interact with the crypto space. However, as Web3 continues its development, experts highlight that GameFi will need to adapt as well. In a recent conversation with the founders of Crypto Raiders, they urged developers to prioritize fun over financialization when continuing to develop platforms. Moving on to the second story, we have big news about an alliance forming in the crypto community. The OMA3 will focus on proposing standards and facilitating collaborations between various stakeholders of Web3 and other industries. Blockchain-based Metaverse and Web3 platforms have decided to form an open Metaverse Alliance for Web3 to overcome the interoperability challenges of the industry. 4 core principles of the alliance are said to be transparency, inclusiveness, decentralization, and democratization. The joint organization was established by Alien Worlds, Analytical Brands, Dapper Labs, Decentraland, Metaverse, Space, Superworld, and the Sandbox. Upland, Voxels, and Vivity are one of the participants as well. As the official announcement specifies, the means to overcome interoperability challenges would be to focus on proposing standards and facilitating collaboration between various stakeholders of Web3 and other industries. OMA3 will be established as a decentralized autonomous organization to ensure a government system that is transparent and user-centric. It will focus on its efforts on specific Metaverse-related topics, such as standards for non-fungible tokens, protocols, transferable identity, portals between virtual worlds, mapping and indexing. The Alliance members intend to join the recently announced Metaverse Standards Forum, a constellation of Web3 companies coordinating requirements and support for existing standards and developing standards relevant to the Metaverse. Coming up, we bring you the weekly top funding projects, and this week's star is Mighty Bear Games. Mighty Bear Games has launched its blockchain gaming campaign with the announcement of its first Web3 game, Mighty Action Heroes, scheduled for release later this year. The Singapore-based multi-platform gaming studio on Tuesday announced the successful fundraising of $10 million in a fund round led by Framework Ventures. The round also attracted participation from Mirana, Fermion, Dune Ventures, Sector Capital, Forest Ventures, Polygon, Play Future Fund, Everblue, Asian 8, Ready Player DAO, Razor, Avocado DAO, DWeb3, and more. The studio is looking to replicate the same fan experience offered to its multi-platform gaming community on Web3. The company said it plans to build a series of immersive AAA blockchain games that are novel, fair, and thoughtful. Mighty Bear Games will be building play-to-earn games, starting with Mighty Action Heroes, which is described as a multiplayer third-person battle royale that puts an emphasis on fun, skill, and chaos. The studio was founded in 2016 by a strong team of veteran game makers with experience at leading game development companies including King, Ubisoft, LucasArts, Disney, and Gameloft. Mighty Bear Games believes that the next shift in the gaming industry will push the gaming community towards decentralized gaming ecosystems. The company has opted to lean towards play and earn gaming rather than the more popularized play to earn games. You may remember from the last weekly review, we talked about Mojang's firm decision from banning anything crypto related to the game, in fear of ruining the gaming experience for players. Well, this week, we bring you one of the biggest game distributors, Epic Games' response to that decision. Epic Games founder and CEO Tim Sweeney says his firm definitely won't follow Minecraft developers in banning non-fungible tokens. As previously reported, Minecraft developers Mojang Studios banned NFT integrations on Wednesday, as it believes the speculative aspect of NFTs, along with scarcity and risk of exclusion and scams supposedly associated with NFTs, being against the game's principles. The move was seen as highly controversial in the NFT community, while it has been met with praise by the cohort of crypto-skeptic gamers. Sweeney's company is the creators of widely successful battle royale game Fortnite, which is also seen as a metaverse platform. While Epic Games isn't necessarily pro-crypto or NFTs, the CEO said the firm isn't looking to enforce any views on the subject on its users. The community-driven play-to-earn platform has an entire crypto and NFT ecosystem built around it, with its NFTs generating 51,000 Ether or $80.8 million worth of trading volume at the time of writing. Since the news dropped, however, the floor price of its NFTs has dropped from 3.3 ETH to 1.01 ETH at the time of writing, while its native token WRLD has plunged by 55% within that time frame. After the Mojang announcement, the NFT World's team stated it is now brainstorming solutions on how to move forward. The game mentioned that it is working to get in contact with Minecraft to see if a possible solution can be found. Otherwise, a pivot to a Minecraft-like game engine or gameplay platform has been outlined as possible options. Finally, to end this week's weekly review on a good note, we have some awesome news for Final Fantasy fans. Game development giant Square Enix partnered with non-fungible token platform Engine to launch a digital and physical collection featuring Final Fantasy VII, a highly popular video game series. In an announcement, Engine said that to get the NFTs, fans must pre-order Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary products at the Square Enix store. The products will include a code to the digital collectible counterpart, which can be redeemed on the NFT platform Affinity Network in 2023. According to Engine Chief Technology Wojtek Randomski, sorry for my pronunciation, the partnership will have a good effect on digital assets and entertainment. The CTO noted that this is because Square Enix is making its way to the industry, setting an example for other big gaming firms. In May, the gaming giant revealed its plan to issue tokens and make investment in the Web3 gaming space. The firm highlighted that it will launch more NFTs featuring its game as part of its 2022 business strategy. The success of its initial venture into NFTs has pushed the firm to pursue more initiatives in the blockchain space. In 2020, the game development firm led an investment round for the Sandbox, with Square Enix and other investors. The Sandbox was able to raise $2 million in cash and digital assets. And that concludes the weekly update of this week. Despite the current depressingly bearish market, The overall GameFi and Metaverse scene seems to still be incredibly active with wonderful news from big players in the industry. Loads of huge partnerships with other Web2 brands to embark on the new Web3 revolution. Popular games are in its healing process, and some new opportunities are opening up in the future for investors. So please, hold your heads up and remain hopeful, for we will get through this crypto winter together.